Hello there everybody and welcome to today's video, and in this one we're going to be reacting to xQc's gameplay in R6 Siege. He recently got placed, so we're going to watch that final game and see just how he tackles this game. Of course he is the best gamer in the world, so I'm expecting to see that in his gameplay, but without further ado, let's jump in and break it down. Alrighty, here we are then inside of the placement game. It's on Clubhouse and X's team starting out on the attack. Ace is very powerful. He did get a slight nerf heading into this season, but it's not going to mean too much. 5 versus 4 straight away, so they have the advantage. Uses the Salmers to open up castles. You'd probably want Habana to do that to min-max a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. It's still good pressure. Vaults straight away for extra pressure. Now has site control. A lot of angles he's exposed to here. The door to his right, main door top stairs, and even over towards the jacuzzi wall. But nonetheless, able to go deep. So I think the other team's doing a pretty deep roam, and the diffuser is now out of the hands of the attack. So X will need to go for something here. Playing patiently though at the moment. There's plenty of time. The diffuser's on the balcony. And he just pushes through. Probably not wise there. I think ideally the team just needs to get the kit, get inside, and try and force the defenders back in. X just goes a little bit deep there. Had no information. Can't really expect to be taking on a favored fight there. Alright, move on to the second round then. And we go over towards CCTV and Cash. This is where you probably want your ace on the main breach, teaming up with the Thatcher to get the wall open. X, though, drops over towards balcony. Opens up the windows, gets himself pinged. So he needs to be really careful he doesn't get swung. That's exactly what happens. Fortunately for him, the Finker is covering with LMG, but the jump out gets him. And yeah, honestly, that's just bad play from X. Whether he's getting sniped or not, I don't know for sure. But he should be at the breach, getting the wall open. And once you've shot that alleyway Prisma, you're going to get pinged, so they know exactly where you are. Alright, into the third round then. And X's team is currently 2-0 down, so they are struggling a little bit here. But if they can get at least one attack on the board, it'll help them out immensely here on Clubhouse. Ace once again being picked. Not super strong for this site. And he gets done by the Thunderbird once more. So they don't have a drone inside of Secret. It's a pretty easy kill for him in the end. And X, again, going in blind there a little bit. And that's the difficult part, especially when you're only like, I think they're duo queuing in this instance. It can be really tough at this rank to coordinate and have information to make sure that roamers aren't going to catch you off guard. Alrighty, on to the match point round now. And X is going to jump onto the Frost for Cash CCTV. Not a terrible choice there, and an operator which I've seen him frequent a little bit, so he should be relatively comfortable on it. Now, if you're Frost on this site, there's two main things that you really need to do. One, where that 4 ping is, you need to get your shotgun out, make a rotate over towards garage, and secondly is make a rotate over towards main stairs in towards Cash. That is your main job as a Frost. That mat there, not great. It'll get shot once the breach gets open, but again, at this rank, could catch people off guard. X also has a bulletproof camera as well, so he needs to get that down to give additional information to the team. Now, he doesn't really do any of that. Again, at this rank, that's probably what you would expect. Frost mats here at the top of stairs. Not going to work in high ranks, but at this rank, it may well do the trick. And we'll see where he probably ends up deciding to put the last. I don't know. But he hasn't done the rotations. And that's, again, that's just an unwritten rule of Siege, is you need to have a rotate top of stairs. You can even do the advanced course and make lines of sight in between the objectives as well. And where X is reinforcing now, you really probably don't want to be. I don't know if he's going to fully reinforce it, no. Maybe he will. But you don't want it to be. Alright, a minute left in the round. Not too much has really happened from X's POV, but it is a 2 versus 2. He has a good line of sight over towards the vent window here. The jump in towards B. Holding a decent angle. Crosshair placement's okay. Needs to be a little bit careful behind, but Doc should be able to watch that.
Going bedroom. Remember where the bathroom is? Yeah.
Now he gets a call that there's someone coming from Con.
Master room going construction. Careful.
Needs to be careful he doesn't swing too wide here. Also needs to be careful of his feet. That can get shot under the box, but that's not going to be an issue. Good little crossfire there with the teammate. Now 20 seconds left. Carly's left, so sniper. Low rate of fire. Just don't feed one by one. And funnily enough, that bloody mat does end up working. Because the breach doesn't get opened, it means that they don't shoot it out. And Carly is dead. And clearly X thrilled with the result there. On to round 5 then. And it looks like the smoke's going for a bit of a meme straight here, completely opening up B wall. Probably not as bad as you may think it is because it makes the vault in for the gym plant really, really challenging. So we'll see how it ends up working out. Good Frost mats here. This is probably the best objective on Clubhouse to play Frost because of all the Voltons. You have 3 on the south side. And it's very difficult to get into sight, shoot them off, and make sure you're not getting shot from multiple angles. Still has 1 mat in hand. Still has a bulletproof in hand as well. So it'd be nice to see him get that out just so there's a bit more information for the team. Now, the 9mm's awful at opening up walls, so don't even bother. You've got the shotgun. X, please use the shotgun. It's really powerful. And now we'll just see him sit overwards. xQc. Trying to get rid of these drones. Needs to be careful of the angle on the opposing roof. That's Carly there at the sniper, so you don't want to be re-peeking that. He doesn't. Ooh, and then gets caught off guard inside of Con. So that's unfortunate. That can happen. Maybe if you had a bulletproof in there, could have called it out, or some other piece of information like a proxy or a barbed wire, but that's just unfortunate. And it looks like that's the end of the stack for Alpha X. He's not too happy with that. We won't actually see the placement animation, I don't think, because he leaves. And yeah, it's a 1-4 defeat in the end. So look, overall, I think X is he ends up getting placed Silver 5, which I think is a pretty fair placement for him. Keep in mind that sort of that mid-gold range is your average player, and he's just below that at the moment. I think with a little bit more practice, he could easily get gold. He's not mechanically that bad at the game. A lot of it is really just that innate game sense that comes with playing the game a lot, and other things like what you should be pushing as a hard breach, just simple basics like that. Ensuring on defense that you get your utility down every single time and making sure that you don't have anything left in your pockets, and generally just being a little bit more communicative with your team. Using pings at the bare minimum would always be advised. And hopefully going forward, X finds a couple more people to play with. I think Siege, we can all agree, is much more enjoyable when you have at least the majority of the team on your stack, at least 3 players, ideally 5, because it cuts out all of that bullshit that you have to deal with when you're playing with randoms. With that said though, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If X continues to play Siege, I might do a couple more of these in the future, and hopefully we get to see his improvement. But if you like the video, please like it and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.